Aries, this is your reading for full moon in Sagittarius, happening as we speak. I don't always lay the cards out first, but we've got a few cards out here. We do go through and clarify with a few other decks. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This is a storyline after all. It's not going to resonate with all. What else? Thanks for joining me, and if you haven't before, thank you for all your likes, subscribes, and all of that. It really helps to keep this going. Check out your, if you know what your moon, ascendant, Venus and Jupiter are in, check those out too. It's quite entertaining. Could be, might not be. Anyway, so let's see, Aries. Look, you're coming out with a pretty, there might be a decision coming up, like closer to the new moon maybe. We've got the Two of Swords, which indicates a decision being made that's based on more of your intuitive faculties as opposed to what you can see. What was I thinking? Excuse me, sorry. Based on your intuitive self. Now, whether that's coming from higher guidance, however you want to look at it, coming from what you see as a god, or coming from that voice inside your own head. Not the self-critical one, but those sort of intuitive hits that that come out of nowhere, that kind of thing, you know. So it's all good stuff. We then have the Eight of Cups. We look at this card in the Thoth deck. It is really about becoming more emotionally objective and not be afraid to do that. That you only gain, we're talking objectivity, not disconnection. So you only gain from this. You don't lose anything by doing that. And it's quite a good tool to create a buffer around yourself, around your emotional self at certain times. We then have the beautiful, because this is the Six of Swords is an amazing card. We're moving to a calmer place psychologically. We might be feeling a little less stressed, worried, that kind of thing. Or we might be traveling, actually, Aries. And then we have the glorious Sun. What more could you wish for? This is the giver of life. It's the essence of vitality and fun and enjoyment, which we want to fill our lives up with, don't we? So it's looking pretty lovely. Let's unpeel the layer of your onion, Aries. Let's see. We're looking at, to begin with, the Two of Swords. We've got the Queen of Discs coming up here, and yeah. So we're looking at whatever decisions made. It's not crucial. It's not like needing a swift, a swift decision. It's not like that. It's just that you wait. You've got time. You're not getting distracted by anything else. You've got time to weigh things up in your own head, you know. Excuse me. We've got the independent Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Discs, benevolent Queen, self-sufficient here. You've got all the resources here that you need. And with that, we have the Nine of Discs, independence again. You make the decisions about what you want to surround yourself with that are valuable to you. And this is a self-made individual, a self-made person here in the Nine of Discs. So it's pretty lovely. It's very independent. Wow. Very independent. And now we're looking at that Eight of Cups, emotional objectivity. Well, we've got it in spades. Or we've got it in swords. Queen of Swords, another independent soul here. very clear sight. It's very interesting because it's not giving that much away either. Six of Swords for Aries, please. Six of Swords, not giving much away. This is happening pretty quickly here. This movement, this shift, it could be a shift in perspective for you. Shift in your perspective. It's happening pretty quickly. Look, there are some Aries out there that might feel that they're in a far more balanced position at the moment. There may have been worries. There may are worries. But beyond that, you're in a really good balanced position here. The Chariot can only move, can only actually create when it is balanced. That's how it moves. That's how it creates things in this physical world. You know, coming from a formless sea and moving out of that to create physically in this world. Oh, it's interesting. And it does suggest to me somewhere in here that there's more to this than just having a shift in perspective, you know, with the Six of Swords. It's actually going to bring you something physical and real beyond perception or mind. It's actually going to be seen some way in your world, in your physical world. We then are looking here at the Sun, please, for Aries. The Sun. Interesting. Like a new beginning. It feels sort of like that. Well, what can I say? I mean, we've got the Sun here, then we've got the Fool. This is all really vital. This is vitality. A new lease on life, a new beginning. It's amazing, Aries. So we've got the Fool. We also have the Five of Swords. Now, this is sort of deceptive, or taking the glory for someone else's efforts. It's not to suggest that's you, Aries. You know, it could be some sort of a relationship at work, or a kind of work situation that this is speaking of, or other people that you're aware of around you. But I don't see it as being it's not phasing you in any way. This is far too strong to be phased by that. Let's get a Brian Froud Pixie and Fairy for an extra glimmer. See, yeah, there is a decision to be made, but I think that's not such a big deal, you know. You're in such a good, strong position, Aries. Yeah, there has been a resting period required. We see the little battered wings here of the lamb, and she does have a good, strong foundation. And then we have Indy, card of potential indecision. But in fact, we see making a choice, and we know what that's going to be, actually. Well, it's kind of very mysterious, isn't it? Let's get a Kim Cran's Animal. Oh, and wow, yeah. And a journey map card from my own deck. For Aries. For Aries out there, Aries. We've got wowzers. Look, there's nothing stopping you, Aries. I know you've probably heard that all your life. There's nothing out there that can. We've got Tiger. Again, we see a new moon. We've got this new moon happening here in the 2 of Swords. It's getting pierced by a small dagger at the top of this card, if you can see there. Nothing can stop this tiger. And the reason for that, where we see adaptation. We're not only like, our sensory abilities are pretty precise at this time, but this is also about the ability to be adaptable, to be kind of fluid. And it's as if there's a real earthy element in this reading, but there's also a very mutable, strangely enough, mutable feeling to it, Aries. Adaptation. You know, it's sort of about creating new connectors in your brain as well. Great evolutionary feel to this. On that note, thanks for joining me, Aries. Take good care, and we'll see you next time, which will be a new moon in Gemini. Okay, ka kite, bye.